Hello, hello. This is Reginald Andre with the Miami Business Leaders, and we are live. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I am here with Mike Kelly from Atmosphere TV. How you doing today, Mike?
Good, Andre. How are you, man?
I'm well. I'm well. What time is it over there?
Oh, it's 8:30 a.m., brother.
Oh man, sorry to wake you up so early.
No sweat. I'm a morning guy. This works fine for me.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I met Mike Kelly from Atmospheres TV all the way in Austin, Texas. So it is truly a small world. And I felt that this was going to be a very, very important video cast and podcast because his product and what he's offering to our clients at the Miami Business Leaders and even cross promoting with our Arc Solvers technology clients, I thought it was something very, very interesting. So let me just give you a little backdrop. I was in Austin, Texas, walking in a conference, and a lot of times with these conferences, you have vendors that have booths that are displaying their product and their services. And sometimes you walk up and you introduce yourself because it's something that you are interested in. And then some other times you're like, nah, I don't want to really give them my email address because I know they're just gonna flag me with a lot of emails. But Mike, your product, which I'm gonna let you talk about, it intrigued me so much. You didn't even. I think you were with somebody else, and I was just passing by your booth, and you didn't have to say anything. It was actually what your product actually does and your services that you actually do was intriguing because I was like actually watching this video. So without further ado, Mike, I want you to go ahead and introduce to the Miami Business Leaders what is Atmosphere TV, and I think this is especially important for businesses that have a lobby TV, a waiting area, or some type of TV for your clients that they're watching. I think this is very important for you guys to watch. So go ahead, Mike.
Sure. So we originally were built on a very simple idea. What are people watching in a bar in particular when we first started when they're not watching sports? And for us, we started to think, business for TV or TV for business has been broken for a really long time. And until we started to unfold the layers of how it was broken, we didn't really realize the magnitude of what we were building until it started to kind of unfold. And our idea was, when you're sitting at a bar, the last thing you want to watch is Sports Center reruns or talking heads. I mean, kind of up until we launched, TV for business was not really built for business. It's built to be consumed at home. So you're following storylines, you're listening, you're usually watching without subtitles. And when you're in a bar setting or a restaurant or even a lobby of any type of business, more often than not, it's the same kind of linear cable channels that have been running for a really long time that continue to run now. And, we launched one channel. It was called Chive TV. And really what it was goofy viral videos built to watch at a bar, like, have a beer or two, laugh at, smile at. And the key was it was built to be played, one, without sound, so audio optional, two, without subtitles or storylines, and three, all in short form. So, there's nothing long to follow. There's nothing that you need to get caught up in. It's really just kind of quick hitters, stuff that you could look at, smile at, laugh at, surfing dogs, trick shots, amazing videos. And as we all know, there's really, these days, no shortage of content out there available, especially high quality content, because people now, have it at their fingertips with their phone every day. So, we took that simple concept and we went from, a couple hundred locations to a couple thousand really quickly. And then we started to realize that we needed to build out channels that were kind of verticalized and specific for certain types of industries. So we started to build a fitness channel, which was all fitness content. And we partnered with companies like Red Bull and X Games and started to build out, partner channels. And next thing we knew, almost 6 years later, now we're up to 50 plus channels. We're in over 20,000 businesses, all again, built on the idea of, something better for your waiting area, something better for your lobby that'll make your customers smile, your guests smile, your members smile, laugh, and hopefully make what might be a 30-minute wait time or a 20-minute wait time feel closer to 10 minutes or 5 minutes. And we do it 100% free.
Wow. Well, we're going to talk about the free part, but that is amazing. So let me give you guys a recap, and just we see a lot of people are starting to join. We're with Mike Kelly with Atmospheres TV. He's joining us all the way from California, and we met in Austin, Texas. And essentially, if you have a lobby area, a waiting area, a bar, instead of having, the Law and Order SUV reruns, the Judge Judy reruns, the Wendy Williams show, all of those things, like instead of having that, why not have something where your clients are waiting? It's something, like he said, it's fun. It could be appropriate based on where they are. It could be skiing. It could be boxing. He's going to go into all of that. But it's just something that your clients can actually watch, have a little smile, and just whatever that wait time is, just cut it shorter. So Mike, can we go ahead and give a sample of what we're talking about?
Sure. So here, I'll share my screen here in just a sec. So this will kind of give you guys a quick, overview of how our channels look and feel.
All right. And for those of you watching on your phone, we know it may be a little small, but you can always go back to the replay on your computer and you'll be able to see it. Go ahead, Mike.
That's right. So, it's funny because when we started this thing, 6 years back with one channel, it was Chive Tv. You might be able to see it run here. I know the screen share can sometimes be a little grainy and slow, but we built this off of one channel, and now that it's expanded, we've been really lucky to build out verticalized channels. And so Chive TV remains our flagship channel. It's built for bars and restaurants specifically, but you could also use that same channel in all sorts of different types of settings. So we've had that channel running in everything from casinos to hotels to barbershops, tattoo shops, lobbies. The list goes on. And so we started to build out some more verticalized type channels. Now, these are our owned and operated channels. These are the ones that we actually produce ourselves. I'm not going to go into every channel here, but one of my favorites is Happy TV. So if you've got a lobby waiting area and you want to have something positive, something happy, something fun, Happy TV is impossible not to love. It's puppies and kittens and babies and all the cutesy happy type things that make people feel good. Especially, we use that example all the time in urgent cares and doctors' offices and dentist offices and places that, people generally aren't really excited to be at the dentist or at the doctor or at the urgent care. Happy TV can give you something a little bit better. If you want to make that experience more positive, more engaging, unique, Happy TV is a great channel for that. And now, of course, all these channels, and I'll get into our partner channels here in a second, are all included in the service, and more channels to come. I believe we have another 9 channels planned for the remainder of 2021, including a first responder military channel that I'm very excited for. That's launching very soon as well. But as you can start to see, you kind of get, just based on these thumbnails, you'll get the gist of how a lot of these channels look. So whether you're a laundromat in Southern California or you're a ski bar in Vermont, we have something available for just about everybody. And these are how our partner channels look. So once we started to grow, we had a lot of people start to reach out and say, hey, how can we get our content onto your platform? And so we started to build out our list of partner channels. And so, for example, X Games TV is high flying X Games content. World Poker Tour is some of the best poker content from the World Poker Tour. America's Funniest Home Videos, which everyone recognizes. This is a great channel too, where it's short form, again, meant to be played without sound. Awesome content from America's Funniest Home Videos. Drone TV, the best drone content on the planet. All these channels are 5 hours long and updated weekly with a new 30 minutes to an hour of content. So what's great about this is you're not going to see the same thing over and over and over. The idea is that everything's fresh, everything's new. It's obviously the best high definition, top quality content that we can find. And we have our producers and our content team who make sure that everything that pops onto the screen is of quality content. It's everything from a food channel to, Bob Ross painting for 5 hours. So, at this point, we have a little bit of something for everybody. And we also have these automotive channels that we've built out as well. And so, if you're a Ford dealership, Porsche dealership, Cadillac TV, we have a channel built for that space where, again, while you're waiting for your car to be serviced, rather than watching, like you mentioned earlier, Judge Judy and, Law and Order and all those types of things that really provide no value to the business, we have all sorts of channels that provide, immense value to the business and really true ROI, versus standard linear cable.
Wow, amazing. Can you click on one of those so our audience can see, like the Happy TV you mentioned was your favorite?
Yeah, let's watch Happy. So we'll see how this goes live. And again, over the live stream, sometimes it can get a little dicey, but we'll see if we can get the trailer running. And you're able to see all these channels live, on the website. You'll be able to catch a glimpse of how it looks live. And let's see if we can get it to run here, just because it's running over the stream.
Yeah.
But let's see. I believe this will be the trailer because I just clicked it quickly instead of watch live. I think the trailer will give you a good idea for how it looks. Yeah, so this, if you're able to see this, you'll kind of get the idea. It's just again, top quality, positive content. That our team has curated. This content is either submitted to us by users all over the planet, or it's licensed by us through third parties. Again, it's feel good stuff. It's sometimes hard to describe, and we're so visual. As you saw, when I met you out in Austin, what stopped you was simply the screen. The screen. Yeah. We're a visual product where the best way to understand us is to see us live. Which is why this is a nice way to be able to show it. It's not it's not perfect all the time over the live stream, but you kind of get the idea for how it looks and feels. And then all this content runs in 3-minute segments. So for example, this is kind of a trailer, of course, but let's say it's a 3-minute segment of surfing dogs, or it's a 3-minute segment of puppies being cute, or whatever it might be, or 3-minute segment of exotic animals, or whatever. We run these in short form, like I mentioned. And it's just feel good, happy stuff. It's again meant to be played without sound, and exactly what it says here: bring smiles to your business.
Nice, very nice, very nice. I'm going to go ahead and cut back to us here, and then you can guys stop the screen. All right, awesome. Now this is very nice because for me, I thought of a lot of our ArcSolvers clients. We have doctors' offices. We have a lot of clients that just may have professional services or waiting rooms. And one of the things also that intrigued me is because a lot of these customers are paying for cable service. They're paying for, one of the providers, the ISP providers, for, $50, $60 a month for a cable box for a room that's like, it just doesn't, the cost doesn't justify. And I know you mentioned free, I want to get to that, but I think it's also a good way, obviously, to save costs, because I'm thinking one of our clients who's a doctor, and she has a cable box in her main room. Then she has one in the actual, the kind of the offices where the patients meet.
Yep.
Exam rooms, they call them. And she has about 3 of those. So that's $240 a month, roughly, that she's paying strictly for cable services. And with something like Atmosphere TV, because we do need to talk about, okay, wait, how can it just be free? What's the catch, or things like that? So we do need to explain that to our audience. But I think that's a great savings that you guys our audience can go ahead and do, and no longer pay, the AT&Ts and the Comcast, and just strictly have your internet. So that's, for me, that was like the second thing. It's like, wow, we can bring this to our customers. They already have the TV, they already have the power, they already have the internet, and all we need is what, Ben? Mike?
Yeah, so from there, it's really simple. I mean, it's, we provide, sorry, froze for a second. Yeah, so from there, it's simple. I always tell people, ask yourself a question. One, is cable essential to your operation and essential to your business? And if it's not, we're a great way to fully cut your cable, use our service for free. And I'll get into why it's free here shortly. But we work in multiple ways, and it's one, fully cutting your cable out, providing something a little bit more fun and entertaining for your customers to enjoy, your guests, your patients, whatever it might be. And then two, if you don't want to fully cut cable, you can use us to supplement cable. So if you think that you want to be able to have maybe live sports every so often, you do have that ability, and you can use us in HDMI 2 or as an alternate input on any TV. As far as how we're able to do it for free, so we sell advertising. It's pretty simple. We operate off the freemium model, where we provide the service and the device at no cost to the business. The only requirement that we have is that the business uses the service at least 40 hours per month. So as long as any combination of any of our channels are running for 40 hours a month, there's no charges or fees or anything like that. And then from there, you might see a commercial every so often, Netflix, Hulu, maybe a Hollywood movie trailer. Again, it's one of those things that's you hardly even notice, because people at this point are used to commercials running on their TV. The main difference is that our commercials run way less frequently, and you might see nothing depending on what's been sold, at what time in your region. But again, more than anything, number one, if you're looking for a quick business cost that you can save on, TV is a great way to do it. TV for business is not a thing until now. We built TV for business. and we're going to continue to build on that concept and that idea, for as long as we can.
Awesome. And I apologize, my connection is a little bad. It's raining hard outside. So did you cover how you guys make your money and how you can offer this free to the customer?
Yeah, and I'll just repeat it one more time, just to be certain that everyone was able to hear it. So we do offer the service for free. It's the freemium model. We sell advertising. That's how we make money as a company, and that's how we monetize as a business. So you might see an ad run every 30-second ad run every 4 to 10 minutes, depending on what's been sold at what time, in what region. Or you might see nothing. There could be a chance that nothing's been sold in your region at a specific time. But again, it's all the type of ads you see a lot of times are Netflix or Hollywood movie trailers or Hulu, or somebody wants to promote a new show or whatever it might be. It's pretty straightforward. And, when you really think about it, you're running commercials on your TV every day.
Yeah.
Running cable. The only difference is you're paying, $60, $70, $80, $100, $150 a month for it. And the cable companies are essentially double dipping. Whereas, we provide top quality content, a better solution for business, really the only solution for business, specifically built for businesses, and at no cost to the end user.
Awesome. So as we start to wrap up, if our audience members have any questions for Mike, go ahead and put them in the chat. And Mike, I had another question here. So let's just say, for example, because I've actually been to restaurants where they had some type of service where they had kind of like the TV showing, but then they also had the special, because if you have your client essentially looking at a TV, you're going to want to be able to tell them about your new services, tell them about your new products and things like that. So can you talk about what Atmosphere TV and how if a client wanted to expand and not just have the freemium model, where what they can do about that?
Sure. So and that's a great thing to discuss, because what we found was, our goal originally was to be content first. We want to provide top quality content. That's still always going to be our goal. It's always going to be the core of the business. But what we started to find was a lot of our bar restaurant partners in particular at the beginning would say, hey, people can't stop staring at the screen. How can I sell them stuff? Like how can I promote things? How can I send images, videos to my screen? And so we built a digital signage platform, on the back end that'll allow any business now to drop their own specials, features, videos, events, promotions. It could be something as simple as a happy birthday message right in between our content every 3 minutes.
Nice.
So I tell people to kind of picture it like a roll of film. Our content's going to run every 3 minutes. You have an ad block built into that roll of film. You could add one promotion, and that same promotion will rotate every 3 minutes. You could add two, and it would be 3 minutes of our content, promotion one, 3 minutes of our content, promotion two, and so on. You could add as many or as few as you like. It's all done from a back end portal, so you have full access to be able to upload anything you'd like at any time. You can be on vacation in Hawaii and say, oh, I forgot I want to send a message to my favorite employee. It's her birthday and I want to pop something onto the screen. You can do that really quickly. Less than 2 minutes. It's really one of the simplest digital signage platforms there is. And again, it gives, we remain with our priority of being content first, which is why we set it up in those specific segments to still have 3 minute segments and then your ad, 3 minute segments and then your ad, because we still want to get people attracted to the screen. We don't want to just be a digital billboard. We want people to really engage in that screen, be entertained by it, and then have a good feeling when they see your promotion pop up, so you can sell them, or upsell them, or make an announcement or whatever it might be, and really have their attention versus, just a static digital billboard that sits in the corner that nobody really pays attention to.
Awesome. All right, so walk me through this. So let's just say, for example, someone's excited, they want to do this, they sign up. You send them how's that setup process? How hard or how easy is that? Right.
So somebody signs up today, we send them, immediately it goes to our customer support team. They receive the inquiry. They send out an Apple TV device, which
Apple
is
TV. Nice.
Apple TV, yeah. We can get into the story of our origins. When we first started, we were on Roku and other platforms as well. And then we had to eventually kill all the other platforms and just focus entirely on Apple TV because, as it's a top quality streaming device. And again, it should give you some perspective. Roku's used to cost us nearly a quarter as much as the Apple TVs do. And we still distribute the Apple TVs for free because it serves our product that much better.
Yeah.
So we provide the Apple TV. It ships out to the business. It plugs directly into any TV that they see best fit. It'll run off their Wi-Fi. So as long as their Wi-Fi is in halfway decent shape, then they shouldn't have any issues. And that's it. And then the only requirement that we have from the business is that they use it the 40 hours per month. So as long as any combination of our channels are running for 40 hours a month, there's no charges or fees or anything like that. We normally
is that per week or per month?
Per month.
Oh, okay, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, per month. Well, we always say this. Look, if you're not using it for 40 hours a month, no harm, no foul. Let us know. We can send you a return label, return box, and ship it back. It's not a problem. But we find 99.9% of our customers have no issue reaching the 40-hour requirement. If you're open 3 or 4 days a week, even, you shouldn't have any trouble reaching that. And then we keep a credit card on file for the business. It's just there, to protect the device in the event that the business were ever to sell or close, or they no longer wanted the service for any reason, just to make sure that it's returned back to us.
Got it. Okay. Sounds simple enough. So, so how can people sign up?
Yeah. So we normally have a one-time $99 setup fee. That's waived through this conversation and through the link that Andre will provide. Andre, I guess you might want to drop it in the chat or wherever you mentioned you want to drop it.
Sure.
Which will be a unique link. There it is. That unique link waives the setup fee. Just click on the basic free service, or if you're interested in the pro service, that option is available for you as well, and that's the digital signage. You fill out the form. It'll ship directly to your business. I'll also drop my info here, or unless, Andre, if you want to drop it in there, you can as well. If anyone has any more specific questions or they need multiple devices, I'd be happy to assist. I've been around now with the company for some time, and I'm very proud of what we've been able to build. And we want it to be one of those things where there's no barrier to entry. If you want the service, and we're going to make it happen for you, however that might be. So I'd say the best way is to follow the link here. If you have any questions, we'll go ahead and drop my info in a moment, and I'm happy to answer any questions anyone might have. We might have froze up a little bit. Let's see if it might be me or Andre. Well, it's just me now. So Andre just texted me his internet dropped, so let's see if we can get him to pop back on here.
And Guy, I am so sorry. Are you there, Mike?
Yeah, all good, man.
So, one of the things that I always tell business owners is that you have to have redundant internet, because if you're at your business and the internet goes, then, it can fail over to another provider. But now that most people are working from home, double internet isn't really a thing. And that, in fact, it's kind of like it's a higher expense, because if you have to put that for each employee or each executive, that kind of adds up. But I think in here in sunny and rainy Miami, Florida, I may have to consider that. Although this is the first time, but it's not it's not good for these type of lives. So I'll definitely
technology. What are you going to do?
Exactly.
Right.
So I believe you mentioned everything. We put the link. We have the link there. If you guys have any other questions, you can reach out directly to me or Mike. We're going to go ahead and put his information in the chat there. And Mike, was there anything else you wanted to go over?
No, I think that's it. I mean, I think anybody listening, if you have a business with a TV and that you're looking to fill space on, I think giving us a try would be a great route to go. You don't necessarily need to cut your cable right away. You can use us, determine whether or not it's the type of thing that you'd like to eventually use full time and fully cut your cable and save the expense. Or again, you can use us to supplement cable right alongside cable as a way to fill the space between live sports or whatever it is you might like to show. But yeah, again, through that link, we waive the setup fee, no long-term contracts or agreements. We make it really straightforward. And if for any reason you don't like the service, simply send us a message. We'll send you a return box with a return label and ship it right back. No harm, no foul.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for this, and everyone watching the Miami Business Leaders. If you're watching this on one of our other platforms, just so you know, specifically, this is posted on the Miami Business Leaders, which is a Facebook group. And I'm going to go ahead and put a link below, and we continue the conversation. And we have a lot more conversations than this. So please join the Miami Business Leaders if you're an executive, a business leader in the Miami area. And also join us for next week as we interview Steve Mason from the CAI. And this is going to be specifically for condominium managers. And also, if you want to do business with condominiums, this is a great way to do that. So, Mike, thank you again so much. Sorry for the technical difficulties on my end. And have a great day, everyone.
Thanks, Roger. Be good, man.